We're going to do a brief video on TMUS, T-Mobile stock analysis, and we've got a daily chart here for you of T-Mobile. It's got a 200-day moving average in blue, a 20-day moving average in red, and a 5-day moving average in green. You can see here, if we back off this a little bit, T-Mobile is putting in kind of a weird action, especially for the stock market here recently as a whole. T-Mobile, we're looking at this 200-day moving average. T-Mobile broke through that down here in September of 2021, put in its bear market low very differently than most stocks have been doing. Put it on January 22nd and then turned right back around and came into, I would say, a fairly straightforward bull market. It's obviously got a lot of volatility, but it's been making higher bottoms and higher highs and doing its thing all the way up until August. So pretty impressive little bear market. Now you see in August up here at the top, it ran into some resistance at the 150 level, but today we're right here and it's breaking through. T-Mobile is breaking through, up 7% today at 151.93, which is above its previous highs of this 150 and some pennies. So T-Mobile making a new high today for at least for the recent period of time. Let's go back and take a look at the weekly chart and see what it looks like there. So yeah, you can see that T-Mobile has put in a brand new high here for as far back as 2013 at least, of 150, looks like 151.93. So that's really interesting. You can see it tested the 200-week moving average back here January 22 and rallied right back up ever since. So really interesting. This week's been a tremendous move for T-Mobile. We're going from 137 to 151, which for T-Mobile is a big move. And so this stock's in a bear market, no question about it. It's reversed itself. You'll notice that just a couple weeks ago, the 20 was above the 5, the price was below all of that, the stock was beginning to move down, and it's reversed. I'm not sure what's going on there. This move very likely could be some short covering. It's possible, and if we don't get any follow through, let's go back to the daily chart. If we don't get any follow through next week, then it almost certainly was short covering, and it does look like short covering, but the reality of it is it's still it's still, the stock's in a bull market, and that's just the way it is, and has made a new high. So what's my short-term analysis of this stock? I think the stock obviously now is overbought. I think it's going to fall back down and fill this gap, probably fall back to 140, somewhere around in there, probably next week or the week after at the latest, and then it may move on up from there. Let's take a look real quick at the hourly chart and see what that looks like. You can see this is a 200-hour moving average in blue, and I don't see anything unusual here. It gets above it. You see it gapped here when it got above the 200-hour moving average, and it gapped a little bit here, and now we've got a tremendous gap here. I don't see any tremendous reason why this stock would have short covering today, to be honest with you. Just looking right at it, I don't see where that is short covering. So from a technical perspective, it's kind of confusing, but one thing I do know, it's up, and it's got a huge gap, and that gap's usually filled, so it will almost certainly sell off to the 140 and fill the gap, and then we go from there. So that's what I've got for you today for T-Mobile. I checked earlier, we do not follow T-Mobile at rbamresearch.com. For some reason, I'll check and see why we don't. But we do cover 190 stocks every morning before 7 a.m. We put out algorithmically generated entry prices, and we have 1, 5, and 20-day holds for these, and they're out today for the 28th. You can get access to all of these entry prices every morning, absolutely free, no credit card required, at rbamresearch.com. There's a link in the description below. You just head over there, get access to 190 stocks, the major forex pairs, BTC, crypto, and the most liquid futures contracts. Algo prices for all of them. Most of the stocks are longs only. Everything else usually has a long or a short every day before 7 a.m. Again, follow the link to rbamresearch.com, put in your email address, and you get immediate access for free. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that as well. Keep in mind that everything you've seen and heard on here, including our entry prices and my commentaries, for entertainment purposes only. You should always trade at your under your own analysis, and you definitely trade at your own risk. And if you have a great comment for us, we'd love to hear from you in the comment section below.